Hello everyone, welcome to Pathfinder Kingmaker. I'm Colonel RPG and I'm very happy to have you here with me because the guys over at Owlcat Games who are developing this game sent me a key for the second alpha test of their game. So I'm checking it out. I checked it out already on stream just a few minutes ago and I have a link for you up here or in the description if you want to check it out. The full stream is available here on my channel, but let's find out here as a sort of a more episodic content. I'm gonna release a few episodes of this game, check it out, and get to know it a little bit more intimately, just you and me right now. So let's start a new game. The game starts with they call it, it's not character selection, or it's not, it's character selection, it's not class selection. It's more of an archetype sort of thing. I'm gonna go with this guy over here. I still don't understand what effect this has, but this is not the class. There are not 3 classes. There's a lot of them. Pathfinder is a rule set that was created back in 2009, I believe, after the 4th edition of Dungeons & Dragons was released. Basically, what happened is Dungeons & Dragons 3.5 edition was very famous and people loved it a lot. And yeah, these are the classes. There's still not all the classes in here. I don't know if they're going to add any more. But basically, 3.5 kept a lot of the sort of not statistics, but the sort of gameplay features and all that sort of stuff that we'll see over here. A lot of this is just placeholders, so don't feel weirded out by like TA over there. It's just a placeholder because it's an alpha version of the game. It's a first look, well, a second look. Basically, it's the 0.2.0 version of the game, at least according to what we'll see in game. And yeah, when that happened, when Dungeons & Dragons 4 was released, people weren't very happy because the 4th edition threw away a lot of the stuff that was loved in the 3.5 edition. Me, myself, I'm more of an advanced Dungeons & Dragons kind of guy. I grew up playing Baldur's Gate, so I really enjoy that old stuff, Thaco and all that sort of stuff. But I am familiar with this sort of stuff. So yeah, it's very much, it will feel very familiar because Pathfinder is very much inspired by that, but being a effectively brand new, it's 8 years old character system. There's no video game with it. This is the first one, and it completed its Kickstarter campaign. I think they raised about $600 or something, $700 on Kickstarter back in June, and I think they're slated for release in summer next year, or I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I actually haven't been told anything about their release dates or anything. But yeah, we have a bunch of classes. These classes basically operate like traditional Dungeons & Dragons classes would, with specific feats that are for them, specific skills that are class-dependent skills and all that sort of stuff. I am going to play with let's go with a ranger over here. The fact that we don't get the skill icons over here doesn't mean the classes are not operational. The paladin in here has a lot of skills already, but we're not going to be able to get them in this in these videos anyway. But we're gonna have friends to help us with, and I'm gonna go with the ranger because I think it will complement our team, and because I love rangers, and that's always good to play a thing that I love. So there's our guy over there. That's mostly our portrait. I do hope that they change the portrait selection, but or in another way, just integrate this into the game a little bit more, because as it stands, we only have 3 portraits because they are directly tied to our archetypes. So we have our stats over here, and we can change them over here. It works as a modifier-based thing. It doesn't actually matter the score; it matters the modifier. And the modifier can be applied, can be changed by other things as well. Different costs for different points. Let's see, our ranger, I didn't actually read too much about the rangers. Let's see, I know that rangers need dexterity, but strength is also not bad. It depends on the sort of weapon we use. Some rangers need, it says over here, you can, I go into more detail into character creation in my stream, but you can read over there that, let's see, yeah. So fighters, monks, paladins, and some rangers benefit from this thing. Of course, as a ranger, you can play in melee. I'm gonna go with a normal strength over there. I'm gonna raise my dexterity to the maximum over there, and I'm gonna add a race bonus over here, and that adds +1 over there. You can't unselect the race bonus, but you can going to the other ones. I was a bit confused the first time around. Constitution, I'm not going to have a whole lot of Constitution. But then again, I don't want to have too little of it either. Let's see. Intelligence is for skills. I kind of want to have that a little bit. So I'll go with +1. That gives me... Yeah, that gives me an extra maximum... Yeah, that gives me an extra skill point per turn. Rangers by themselves already have more skills, I believe. Wisdom over here, what's that for? Saving throws, that's right. Paladins are amazing for saving throws. I was playing a paladin on the stream, and man, those guys. But yeah, we have a ranger over here. My rangers in Dungeons and Dragons 3.5 never have good saving throws for some reason. I'm not really the best player myself, so I can't really answer these difficult questions. But over here, I'm gonna let's say charisma is really not for me. There will be plenty of dialogue choices though, so having a persuade skill might be important. I don't really know how, because this affects persuasion. I don't really know how. Should I go with low charisma? If you lower it to -2, you get even more points up there. I'll go with that. And then just go with high wisdom. And probably go with a +2 on strength. And then wisdom, if I could get it up to 14. That would be pretty good for the saving throws, and I think for some feats later on, but I haven't checked the feats yet, so who knows. It is mostly blind. This is all alpha, so yeah, it's fine. Now here for our skills, we have mobility, which is more of a... It's a lot of things, but it's like the tumble. Persuasion over here. The first time you apply a skill, you get a +3 apart from this one, so it's +4, because +3 +1 thing on that. If it is class-based, so mobility is not over there. This is for disengaging on attacks of opportunity and all that sort of stuff. World knowledge, I could go with lore nature, because that for a ranger is pretty good. I can only get a maximum rank of 1 though. Maybe perception and trickery. How about trickery? Trickery is for lockpicks over there. You can see that. Palm objects as well. So I'll go with that. Stealth. Stealth is usually good, but I'm terrible at using it, so I'm not even gonna bother with that. But then again, maybe I am. Perception. Stealth. Should I? Let's go with lore. Oh, lore is not mine. Oh, come on. Stealth then. Okay. Ooh, I'm stealthy. Moving on then. Over here we can select our feat. We have 2 feats. We can select our feats. We have 2 feats. We don't select our feet. That's a different thing. And we have favorite enemies, apparently. Different classes will have different things up here as well. And we have a lot of armor focus. They still have, of course, the items are not there. Some of them are. I haven't looked through many of these. But I usually like rapid shot. What's that for? Can you tell me what that is? When making a full attack action with a ranged weapon, you can fire 1 additional time this round at your highest bonus. All of your attack rolls take a -2 penalty when using rapid shot. Okay, that's not what I want actually. What I want is the point blank shot, because that's one that I use a lot. Weapon finesse as well? No. Where's the point blank shot? I know it's available. I'm pretty sure they haven't implemented restrictions here yet. A precise strike, maybe. What's that for? Whenever you and an ally who has this feat are flanking. Oh yeah, I know. Point blank shot right there. Okay, next up. Alertness. Blind fight. Deadly aim. You can choose to take a -1 penalty on all ranged attack rolls to gain a +2 on all ranged damage rolls. So that's really good if I'm very perceptive. If I'm not perceptive, actually. If I'm very accurate. So I want that. It's interesting though, because it's deadly aim, but it lowers your hit chance. When your base attack bonus reaches +4, and every +4 thereafter, the penalty increases by -1, and the bonus to damage increases by +2. That's pretty awesome. And over here we have preferred enemies, and that is going to be humans. Can we choose humans? Of course we can't, because that's never allowed. Let's see. Reptilian humanoids. We can. Oh. Well, shut up, Colonel. What do you know about this game? And here we have our alignment system. So it's a little bit of a different presentation from Dungeons and Dragons, but it's still the same exact thing. I'm probably gonna go with the true neutral, and my name is gonna be Eruliel. Yeah. Sounds good to me. I'm gonna go to true neutral. That's not gonna matter too much for right now for this videos, but it's still gonna matter, of course. But you'll see how the character system of the alignment system works. It's very close to Dungeons and Dragons itself. So yeah, we'll see. I have a few things to say about that, but anyway. Introduction. Oh yeah, I should say now before I read the introduction, the way the game presents its story is very interesting. I am really excited to see where this is going. I've only played the game for about 2 hours, and I was doing it on stream, and I was talking to the people on chat and all this sort of stuff. So I probably only have like an hour and a half of gameplay, but from what I've seen, it's very promising. So what is going on here is that we're reading a book being written by Lindsay, and Lindsay is not our character. She's not. Yeah, she's a halfling lady, but she's of course not our character. That's not another name for our character or anything. And she's one of our companions, and she has quite a personality. I really enjoy the way she's written so far, and we're gonna get to know her hopefully in this video. We'll see. Let's see. What is a human being? An animal who loves stories. That's what my mentor at the Academy of Grand Arts, Honorable Eobald the Insightful, used to say. Our world is made not of rivers and mountains, forests and cities, but of countless stories. That's why the work of bards is so important, for we find, keep, and tell those stories. Truth be told, I never did graduate the Academy, just because I wrote a limerick about the king. Never mind, being a bard is not about the graduating. It's a high calling. A real bard's place is not within the school walls, but out here, wherever the living history is being made. To prove that, I've started the book, which you, oh my reader, are holding in your hands. Here I'll record the most amazing story the Wall of Golarion has ever heard. My name is Lindsay, I'll add some fancy nickname later, and my path leads me to the Stolen Lands. This is a mysterious and dangerous area. Time and again it has attracted various heroes who tried to get honor and fame, but mostly found only inglorious death. I don't know yet how this story will end, for it has just started, and I'll write down everything I witness without keeping anything back. So follow me, my esteemed reader. Follow me to the Stolen Lands. Lindsay. Gotta come up with some fancy nickname here. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. The Stolen Lands. These lands belong to no one, but are a headache to everyone. They're little more than a strip of disputed territories connected by mile after mile of bad roads, teeming with bandits and monsters the entire way. And this is where our small party is headed, led by an audacious but still unknown hero. The Brevik Sellsword sent us to enforce some semblance of order in these parts, and we're to start by defeating a gang of bandits led by a leader calling himself the Stag Lord. The rewards for success include a barony and the right to rule the freed lands. The punishment for failure: ignominious death. But the path to greatness starts with small steps. Our first order of business is to ensure the safety of a trading post belonging to one Oleg Leviton. And here we are. So this game is top-down. It doesn't let you rotate the camera as far as I can tell, even though I don't really understand why, because it is fully 3D. Our characters are 3D. Our world is 3D. It plays very much like you would expect Pillars of Eternity to play. I don't know if they share the same technology, but look at this. And look at this. Actually, this one is not that close, is it? We can see our characters in here. We have our companions, and yeah, that's Lindsay over there, and that's Valerie. This time around, ooh, she's different. Interesting. So I can let you know already, I played as a lawful good paladin in my stream, and it wasn't Valerie in here. It was Harris, or Heron, I think it was Heron, a dwarf. So maybe, I don't know why. Maybe they just come out of a pool. She was still there, and she was still there as well. Yeah, Lindsay was still there as well. But yeah, there's a lot of similarities to other games that you might have played. And if those are games that you have enjoyed, then I see no reason why that should be a bad thing. I'm not gonna delve too much into the journal over here. I'm gonna look into our characters over here. Amiri is a barbarian from the realm of the Mammoth Lords. She's blunt, a little crude, and doesn't say much about her past, but her heart's in the right place. I wouldn't have anyone else at my side in battle. I don't know, I mean, I think this is Lindsay writing? Yeah, it is. It definitely is Lindsay writing. And over here we don't have our own thing. We can see their alignments up here. Chaotic neutral she is. She's chaotic good. And Valerie over here is lawful neutral. Interesting. That's definitely because I'm true neutral right there. And I think that little dot over there might change around the place. I don't know. Let's try and move that in this game and see if that changes. As for Lindsay is me, the author of the book, which you, O my reader, are holding in your hands. I used to study at the Academy of Pitax, that's a country as far as I can tell, but decided that a real bard does not belong within the suffocating walls of a school and set off to find a hero worthy of being praised for ages. That's how I became the chronicler of the journey to the stolen lands that Iruliel undertook, as well as of everything that happened afterwards. And over here we have a valiant defender, a reliable comrade in battle. Proud Valerie rejected her destiny of becoming a paladin of Shellin, who actually she praises. That's a goddess. Leaving the order to find her own way in life. Her loyalty to our cause is only matched by her divine beauty. She can be a touch arrogant at times, but I always feel safe when she's around, like she's a rock I can cling to. But don't cling to the wrong parts, otherwise she's gonna smack you with her sword. Actually, what does she have? Oh my god, that's not a sword, that's a barn door. Actually, it's not too incredibly large for a shield. Shields are usually way larger than people make them to be. This is, however, a very, very long sword that she would have a very hard time using with one hand. Over here, Lindsay has a crossbow, which is a very appropriate weapon for someone such as her. She's not a kid, by the way. She's a halfling. I first mistook her for a kid. She does have a very large head, so, you know, but yeah. This is our Amiri, excuse me, Amiri Barbarian. And over here we have Iruliel with his bow. Lovely. And we can just look at things. A lot of things are still placeholders and not fully finished and things, but let's move on. We're currently, if we look at the map, somewhere. We also have formations, by the way. Save yourselves, fools! That's Balkan. Hey, man. Well, he's off. What's going on? In the name of the Stag Lord, the lawful authority in the stolen lands, we demand this week's stacks and some beer. Hey, where's that pretty wife of yours, Oleg? She should serve us dinner. Quiet down, dimwit. Oleg, we're just here for the Stag Lord's stacks. Hand over the money and we'll be on our way. You want to drink some of my blood too? I'm sick of you, you little locust. You think you control everything around here just because you put up that painted rag of yours? You come here, squeeze us dry, and come Oleg, a large man with a rough face, stops talking when he notices you. Nah, you must be guests from Restov. Yeah, I'm not interested in bloodshed, but I won't let you rob this man. Be on our way, and I'll let you go in peace. Alright, we'll leave. But what makes you think we won't just return with greater numbers? Why would we leave when we've got easy pickings from Restov before us? We'll rip out your guts and empty your pockets. Okay. Well, that guy definitely left. He used a potion, we heard that. Bubbling. And now we're in combat. And as you can tell, it's paused. Yeah, this is a real-time with pause game. It works, as I said, very much like Pillars of Eternity would, or I would say maybe Baldur's Gate, if that's the game you played. But of course, it's down here that we need to look at. I got a little bit lost for a moment. The combat system works with abilities over here. It's in modal things and all that sort of stuff, and we have a belt that we need to pre-allocate, because otherwise we can't do that in the inventory screen. I don't know. But we can. Interesting. Okay, well, that's not how it works in other games. And we have some abilities. We're going to look over at them in a little bit. But first, I'm not going to fight defensively. I'm actually at the front, which is not good. So I'm going to try and attack that, and I'm going to have her do a charge. They still don't have their weapons ready. So that's going to be an interesting thing right there. And then I'm going to have you. Let's see what you have. She has fight defensively, and she has a potion. She doesn't have spells, so let's try and charge that over there and see if we can kill this guy as soon as possible. Actually, I might be able to attack him, and she will just smack him in the face. It's going to be amazing. Now, Lindsay here, she's a spellcaster. So she has a few spells. These are cantrips, so they're level 0s, and these are level 1s that are actual spells. So she has Cure Light Wounds and an ear-piercing scream, which is actually pretty amazing. And I'm going to try and get that, because this thing always does damage. It does 1d6 points of tonic damage. But It also causes a daze effect. So, yeah, pretty good stuff. Let's see what happens. There's still no auto-pause right now. Okay, well, that guy's dead. So there's still no auto-pause right now, and I wish there were, because that's really good. And Valerie over there is getting ready, and I think we're getting ready ourselves. I think this guy just got shot. Very good. And... oh, that was a miss. And that guy helped me out. Thank you. Okay. Now for looting. Yeah. Get all that stuff. It's not very important, but still. We'll get it. We'll get it before we talk to this guy. Oleg over there. I think our job is done. Take that, you scoundrels! Oleg shakes his fist. But now, he scratches his head and stares at the ground gloomily. The girl got away. A plague on her. She's certain to complain to the Stag Lord. They came before to collect taxes, but this time they'll come to punish treason. Now, what are we to do? If only I could send Svetlana somewhere safe and show those rats what's what. Svetlana is his wife, by the way. He notices a fair-haired woman approach. Dove, why are you all here? I told you to stay hidden. It's all over. I saw it. I just needed to be sure you all are right. My name is Svetlana. I'm sorry your arrival to our trading post turned out so unwelcoming. Well, let's get to the point. You say the bandits are going to attack again. Who are they? And when will they arrive? Oh, who are they? They're the Stag Lord's gang, that's who. This land's teem with bandits like bedbugs in a beggar's hut, and you just stir them up. They have a camp not far from here. I expect they'll return in full force in half a day, maybe less. The Stag Lord won't take an insult like this lightly, and his henchmen are more like demons than men. They claim they were collecting taxes. Why? For the Stag Lord and his cronies, of course. That Stag Lord fancies himself a king in his parts. He may have antlers for a crown, but all the troublemakers around here are happy to follow his orders as long as they are paid. So they charge an arm and a leg as taxes, and they call their executions punishment for treason. Even those who never swore allegiance to the Stag Lord. They're killed fast, if they're lucky. If not... Dove, why don't you go start supper while we finish our talk? I have no need to be protected from dark talk. I'm not some blind kitten, you know. I've seen what they do to people. Most of the gang is made up of simple bandits, but there are a few monsters among the leadership, especially those close to the Stag Lord. Hawks and Dovan from Nisrock come to mind. They like to make a show of their tortures and executions. My husband and I, we saw the bodies. Okay, tell me as much as you know. How many bandits are there? What do they want? What they want? Those bloodsuckers think they own this land. They come, take what they want, and steal the better part of our money every month as a toll for their leader. They even broke our gates so we couldn't try to hide anything from them. No one knows exactly how many there are. Sometimes only 5 or 6 come. Sometimes it's a whole gang. I have shown them what for long ago, if not for Svetlana. Yeah, right. Okay, well, the safety of your post may have come... Oh, actually, that's evil, sorry. You have nothing to fear. I'll help you deal with the attacks. Well, I appreciate your good intentions. I may not have the best manners, but Oleg Leveton is the last name you'll hear accused of being ungrateful. If we manage to defend this post, I'll reward you proper. We have to hide, Svetlana. Please don't argue, Dove. Now, we also need to decide on a plan. Go ahead and look around. There may be some tools that can be used for battle. There are pretty solid traps around, just some tar and a box of Alchemist's Fire, looks like. Oh, really? Alchemist's Fire. We could put it by the gate, light it off with a burning arrow when those bandits are nearby. Yeah, but that could set the wall post on fire. Well, maybe if we cover the walls with something to protect them. Alright then, I think it could work. I'll even shoot the arrow myself. I used to be pretty good with a bow back in my day. Okay. I'm going to look around then. I think on the best way to use the tar and traps. Alright, soon as you're finished, let us know. And don't leave the post. The bandits could return at any time. Indeed, I shall not leave the post. I shall, however... Oh. Look who's coming. I shall, however, arrange my team in a better way. Because this is a little bit all over the place, as it is. But who's it is? Look at that. That's Bokken. Hey, Bokken. So you were calling me fool, were you? A frail, disheveled old man wearing a stained and tattered robe gives you a gloomy look.
I'm Balkan, local herbalist. What brings you here?
Well, we could use your help fighting the bandits.
Where's this coming from? You want an old man like me to fight? Here, take this potion. Consider that my help in your fight.
Okay, well, tell me about yourself.
What's there to tell? I'm an herbalist. Make potions and sell them.
Okay, well, we'll talk later then. Yeah, we will, and we can gain some potions from them from him as well. But let's level up, because we leveled up. The game is set up in a way that we level up immediately. And of course, I imagine this is not the very first area of the game when it actually comes out. So yeah, let's look at our level ups over here very quickly. You can multi-class right off the bat. I still think that this is favorite class bonus over there, that it doesn't work on other class if you choose them. Or maybe it does, I don't know, because it says there, your character gains additional hit points every level he gains in his favorite class. So I don't really understand how that works. But let's see. We're going to gain a ranger style feat. So I'm excited for that. And we have a few skill points right there, which is pretty awesome. I'm going to go with trickery. Can't get that more than that. I'm going to go with perception, maybe not. Lore, sure. Also, by the way, if we had persuasion, we would have an extra line over there with Beckon, or Becken? The guy that ran away. I didn't manage to do it with my paladin, though. And we got a little bit of stealth, I suppose. Maybe perception. Yeah, maybe perception. That's more important. Let's go with that. And then we have our feat. Precise shot. Oh, yeah, definitely precise shot. And actually, we can select him. So I can put... not charge. Where's my precise shot? How does it work? I wonder. Well, I don't know.
I knew a fellow who used to joke about big swords. He makes no freaking jokes anymore.
I didn't hear that line before. Well, no, what the heck? Yeah, that's how it goes. And she gets rage powers. That's her rage powers over there. She also gets uncanny dodge, which is an ability that she gets automatically. I am gonna go with the regenerative stance, because she dies, and that's not a good thing. Let's see. Yeah, they don't seem to be showing over there. Maybe they are not actually unlocking or anything. I think the spells do unlock, but anyway. We got a bard here for Lindsay, and she's gonna gain, let's see, knowledge, arcana, persuasion. Yeah, she's gonna be our persuade girl. She is actually very good, so use device right there. Yeah, look at that. Actually, my character is pretty balanced for the team that we have. Fast stealth over there, it's got a bug. I can't really read what it is, but I suppose it just allows us to have stealth without slowing down. Stealth is a button I can show you. I can skill focus her on persuasion. Let's go with that. It's pretty amazing, this skill focus. And here we can see her spell book, and she has her cantrips over here, and then she has her level 1s, and then eventually she'll have more. Vanish, what's that for? Touched creature becomes invisible. Hideous laughter. This spell afflicts the subject with uncontrollable laughter. It collapses into gales of manic laughter. Let's try and mess with that. I'll hope it doesn't need to be a touch, though. Let's try and get that. And over here we have a fighter. And she's gonna get athletics. Oh, she's really bad at that. How is she so bad at that? That's not right. Well, she's still gonna go with that, but that's not really right at all. I don't understand. I think that might be a bug, though. Or something. How is she that bad? Oh, boy. Okay, go with that. And she gets bonus combat feat over here. She has studded leather. Oh, wait a minute. What? What? I can... Oh. Did she have others selected? I'm gonna go with a full plate for her. For extra armor. Eventually. But we're out of time for the day. So eventually, we'll fight these guys off. But before that, well, we're gonna have to say goodbye. I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Pathfinder Kingmaker. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye!